the people join us. So, welcome. Welcome. We have been studying 40 steps of this great text, which can be written only in 2 pages, 5 verses. So we are on the step number 13. You know, those 12 steps lays a foundation of the self-discovery. You can say they are external practices. Even though it has a bearing on the mind and the intellect, but they lay a very strong foundation in the family, professional, social life. They minimize the impact of anxiety, stress, duality, and a conflict if we follow all those 12 steps. The next 3 steps are outside and inside both. And the real journey starts from the step number 16. So the step number 13, 14 and 15 are subtle in nature, and we should remove the wrong notions, wrong thinking about it. And that is where we are going to start. Do you love yourself? Yes. Do you love yourself? Do you respect yourself? Do you adore yourself? Yes. Do you move with kindness, care, sincerity, and commitment to yourself? Yes. Are you devoted to yourself? We have an answer, yes. Isn't it, Lara? We love ourselves. That's why. Yeah? But who the hell we are? Whom we love? Are we clear about it? And the answer is no. That is the problem of human life. No, we love ourselves, we respect ourselves, we adore ourselves. And even what happens? Even when we do not know our nature, you know what happens? We claim we love ourselves. How do we know? The teeth hurt the tongue. We don't punish the teeth. And if someone hurts us, we always like to punish others. No, you have not said sorry to me. You have hurt me. And when your teeth hurts you, see that. I'm opening the sutra. I'm opening this step. Why there is no smile, Lara, on your face? So we love ourselves the most. Can we allow entry of a guru in our life? You know, I'm linking these two. Can we allow the entry of a guru? But we should understand who is a guru. One line answer. Because we do not know what is my true nature, the guru is representing your true nature. That is the meaning of a guru. So this step means commitment, sincerity, and devotion to a guru. Because you love yourself, you don't know your true nature, and the guru represents your true nature. That is why you love, you respect, you adore Guru. Lara was the other day saying, Jai Krishnamurti, why you love Jai Krishnamurti? Why you love reading? Because he represents the Guru. He represents the true nature. Now understand the three words clearly. Otherwise, we are guided by the wrong notion. Sincerity means flame of aspiration in the heart that stands alone for the real self. That is the meaning of sincerity. What it means? Flame of aspiration in the heart stands alone for the real self in personal, professional, social lives, for every thought, speech, and action. The sincerity means we are transparent to ourselves on the path of self-discovery. Forget about being transparent to others. When you are transparent to yourself, you are transparent to everyone. When we are transparent to ourselves, we are open to grace and blessing. That is why we need that transparency. Are you getting it? We need a transparency to ourselves. Now I was just talking about revelation of those influx of those thoughts, and that gave me little more clarity. That happens, the grace and the blessings at every moment. We experience inner calm, quietude, joy overflowing at every moment. When we are sincere, that is the meaning of sincerity. The commitment is needed to attain sincerity. Commitment. The commitment is regular. And what is the commitment in the journey? The commitment is regular self-observation, removing errors caused by the anxiety, duality, conflict within, and the true reliance of the real self or our true nature in the mind and the heart. Love is not the real self, but the power of real self. Love is not the real self, but it is the power, one of the many powers of the real self. So there we use the word bhakti, the devotion. I should be devoted to the real self. When you are devoted to the real self, you are devoted to your teacher. You need not to worry about it. Now see how it works. I'll give you one example in my life. I think I gave that example. I used to bring bouquet of rose flower to offer to my teacher. 2 years passed, 3 years passed, 4 years passed. I was fool and still I am fool. So one day my master told me it is enough. From today, you need not to bring these bouquet of flowers. How your mind reacts? My master might be upset with me. That's why he is saying. So with that thought, next time, I took again the bouquet of rose flower to him. He took in his hand and he threw it. I told you not to bring it. I got upset, and then he explained the physical act of respect and the love now is finished in your life. It should happen within you. You should bring the fragrance of the rose within your heart. That should awaken the real love for the master. So what he is doing? He is representing my true nature. And he is asking me to change my mind and the heart. That is what we say, the sincerity, commitment, and devotion to the teacher to continue the path. Never try to force emotions to leave your life, but direct it to real self. Are you getting it? We are slowly, when the emotion is directed to the real self, mind gets tremendous focus in the heart, and there is a rise in consciousness. Your consciousness will rise instantly. You will feel totally at calm and peace. One great master, Sri Aurobindo, says we should not indulge in sentimentalism, grief, despair, emotional pleasure for our own sake. What topic we are studying? What is the step? Sincerity, commitment, and devotion to the teacher for the sake of self-discovery. Instead, there should be a deep feeling of calm, control, and purifying intent within. The sentimentalism is indulgence in dual forces of sorrow and happiness, pain and pleasure. How do you recognize? Jerry, you don't understand. So you see that shouted and you become sensitive to it. That is sentimentalism. I can give you hundreds of examples. Live your life in that state where the love is directed to the real self all the time, and everything will happen in your life. Don't worry about it. We should desire emotion for the self to purify the mind. Do you understand? We should desire emotion for the self to purify the mind. We should never kill our emotion, but direct to the discovery of the self. What we say, control your emotion, suppress your emotion. So when we direct that emotion of love to the self, it becomes a devotion, bhakti. And that is the path of yoga, of love. I gave one line answer. Why to adore and respect? Guru represents the true nature within the seeker. Why? Because he adheres to the principles of Eastern wisdom that says Guru means removing ignorance and installing wisdom. Because seeker does not know the true nature, he can know the true nature from outside to inside. So that representation is Guru. Ego is the greatest barrier. You see, how many followers of J. Krishnamurti or maybe Eckhart Tolle have reached to the state of meditation and awakening? We cannot count. It appears to be none. Why? It is very important to understand this step again clearly. J. Krishnamurti, and there was another guy, U.G. Krishnamurti. You may study the myth of enlightenment, and mind is a myth. I lived with this U.G. Krishnamurti, a great master, for 3 months, day and night. The moment you share a platform, you are working like a teacher. J. Krishnamurti in all his discourses say you don't need a teacher. Why you are sharing a platform? The moment you share a platform, you are a teacher. And U.G. Krishnamurti, many people say he has reached little higher than the U.G., than the J. Krishnamurti. They are two great teachers. So what U.G. Krishnamurti says about J. Krishnamurti? You have seen the sugar, you have not tasted it. That is why you are sharing a platform, you are acting like a teacher, and still you claim you are not a teacher. It's a convenience. Why? Because you are keeping your ego of a seeker intact. Ego is the greatest barrier in the journey, and it is the guru who breaks that ego. Go a little deeper. Understand, even a crazy teacher will lead you to the discovery of the self. If the guru speaks, is the guru important? My master again used to say, again and again, the words of a guru coming from the teachings of the Eastern wisdom is much more important than the real guru in the form of a human form. The words of a guru is more important. So in the monastery of my master, he has kept signature, rectangular white plates in which there are hundreds of messages there. If you visit the monastery of my master, you will see all around the 2 acres of the land. And he reminds us, I'm not important. The words of the wisdom that I speak on behalf of those masters are more important. Go a little further. Guru does nothing. The words of a guru does everything. The question is, does that word enters in your mind? Do you allow the entry? In order to allow the entry, you respect, love, and commit to the Guru. Are you getting it? Now, again, understanding what is a Guru swallows the disciples, seekers' hesitation, stress, duality, and a conflict. Guru who roars like a lion, who makes the seeker the master of life. The real Guru does not make any seeker dependent on him. The moment he makes dependent on him, forget about that teacher. I changed 100 teachers in my life. Not 1, 2. The moment I realized he is making dependent on me, that is the reason I found this master. One UG, other is the master, you know it. Guru is like a candle to light a candle. Flame is there, so he lights another candle. Gu, there are 2 words, syllables, gu. Gu means ignorance, Ru means wisdom. I asked my master that what will happen when you die, and he roared like a lion. He said, Guru never dies. Guru means pure consciousness, represented by a human form. Now we have lot of debate. We need a guru? No. We don't need a guru? We need a guru. Did you need a guru to teach you driving? Did you hire a driver teacher? We don't ask those questions. No, I don't need a guru. I will drive myself. Even the physical aspects. I can drive myself, I can learn driving by myself, and Guru is bound to Azuki. Student is the knowledge of reality. Now understand one thing, that this is a subtle matter. What is the subtle matter? What is the subtle matter? The Guru is the finding the self is very subtle. Understand that subtle matter in life. There is a physical reality. The sense organs are the instrument of knowledge to see the physical world. Can I see your thoughts now? No, I cannot see your thoughts. So, the mind is a subtle instrument of knowledge by which we understand the physical world through the concepts and ideas. Our real self is subtler than the mind. So, Eastern wisdom, if I say, acts as an instrument of knowledge that helps us to discover our real nature. In our tradition, it says the teacher should strictly adhere to the principles of Eastern wisdom. I think now you are all becoming clear. Like any physics teacher, if he says, no, get away with the Newton, Archimedes, and Einstein, then I will teach you physics. Apart from that, will that be a physics? The answer is no. So why we get irritated when I say that I teach based on the teachings of those masters? I cannot have any foundation. So all these teachings are in the Upanishads. So Guru, teacher should be a proof of that knowledge. Then only we can live, we can treat the path correctly. So we have understood the word commitment. It is a commitment to my own self. Then sincerity in the heart. It means I should redirect that emotion to the real self through the teacher. In that case, my mind is purified, my heart is ready with intense aspiration, and I can enter into a deeper meditative state. Next session, we will understand how to replace our ego with a higher principle to discover the higher reality. So let us start our journey of meditation. Close your eyes. Close your eyes, the stage one. Even though there is no stages, but still I gave you in stages for the sake of understanding. Prepare. First stage is prepare and show the mind the inner resources. Eyes are closed gently. Eyes are closed gently. Body is steady and the mind is facing within. When the mind is facing within, mind is facing within, so I should be aware of the state of the calmness. Can you do this first step maybe 5 or 6 times every day? So once the body is steady, the mind is looking inside, the eyes are closed, you are aware of the space and discover 1% calmness there. And see that there is a continuity of calmness. When there is a continuity of calmness, you will discover what you will discover? What is breaking that continuity? Normally, we cannot find out the challenges the mind poses. See that? And being comfortable, we continue the stage 1, looking at the neck joint. You are aware of the neck joint. You see, I was talking about physical, subtle, subtler, subtlest. So you look at the neck joint, physical. Your experiences, sensation, being comfortable and steadiness, this is subtle experience. How do anyone knows you are feeling the sensation? So it is subtle. It cannot be seen by the eyes. So being comfortable is outside, but actually we are going deeper. Moving the mind on the shoulder joints, feeling the sensation, being comfortable and steadiness. Are we doing anything? In a sense, no. Move the mind on the hip joint, feeling the sensation, being comfortable and steadiness. Moving the mind on the entire body from the top of the head to the toes. On all the joints, feeling sensation, being comfortable and steadiness. You know that what happens? That subtle awareness keeps the continuity of the calmness of which you are aware deeper within. We are supporting only the first step. Being carefree. Carefree? Now, we have been doing the practice for many weeks. It is instantly. Does your mind goes to that wisdom? What is the principle? What is that wisdom? The thoughts are the mental traffic. You are separate from it. So I used to give 3 metaphors. Standing across the road, watching the traffic. Can you feel you are different from these thoughts that are moving like a traffic? Or the waves in an ocean on the surface, deep inside, everything is calm. Or the birds flying lower and the skies above that never changes. That is being carefree and being casual, natural. Sweetness of a sugar is essential nature. That is where we become casual. I can say the sweetness is present in everyone, including me and you all. But superficial nature is our label, name, gender, age, profession, etc. Just getting a glimpse of it. That is where we have to reach. And in that state, we will continue our journey to the purification in 3 steps that we are doing it. First step, looking inside the belly button in the space. Why I insist on the space? So your mind will go back and it will recognize the state of calmness. And start breathing quick, short, and the gentle breath from both the nostrils into the belly. Quick, short, and gentle breath. Continue, my friends. Everyone is doing good. Continue. Continue quick and short, gentle breath. At the same time, you are aware of the calmness deep inside. Unbroken continuity. That unbroken continuity will go a long way. Continue. Now stop this step. Take a deep, silent, slow breathing. Remember, the inhalation is deep, silent, and slow, and it should take time so that the rate and the rhythm of the breath drops down. While breathing out during exhalation, make the humming sound louder, deeper, and longer with a tension inside the forehead. Means you should feel the sensation inside the forehead now. We are slowly going deeper and deeper. Continue. Continue doing the humming sound even if the mind from the behind causes trouble. Resist and react. Pay attention. The inhalation is deep, silent, and slow, and every next inhalation and the exhalation is deeper than the previous one. That will absorb the mind deeper within, and the outer distractions and the reactions will drop. Yeah, it will happen. Continue. Now stop this humming, continue with the deep, silent, slow breathing. Remember, your inhalation and exhalation more or less equal in duration. Second thing, the breath and the mind merge together, means it is an easy, natural affair. Understand this step. This comes under the stage 2, purification and removing the projection. Now the moment you start inhaling, mind moves from the crown of the head to the tailbone. You exhale, the mind moves from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Now I have to see the other side. What is that? Continuity of the calmness. So every time during inhalation, you drop mentally Om Shanti 5 times. Every exhalation, 5 times Om Shanti. Om Shanti, peace. And when you say Om Shanti, you see behind that mantra there is calmness. Why? Calmness and peace is always there behind the mind. So we are not only asking the mind to go deeper, but we are also going beyond the mind by gently working on the mind. The mind sometimes pays too much attention on the body and its hesitation. So you shift that attention deeper inside by saying Om Shanti. And let us see what happens. After all, it's a journey, it's a practice. It's a journey, it's a practice. And drop the Om Shanti. Continue with deep silence, slow breathing, doing the niyas, moving the mind with the breath inside the right arm. From the shoulder to the fingertips during inhalation or exhalation. And moving the mind from the tips of the fingers inside to the shoulder blades. 3-point awareness. First point of awareness, deep silence, slow breathing. Second point of awareness, the mind moving with the breath. Third point of awareness, it is moving in the space inside, the highway. The space inside is the highway. The breath is the driver, vehicle, and the mind is the driver. What exactly we want to achieve by nyasa The mind is empowered and educated to walk the path without any object. What is the goal? Objectless. That is what we are doing. Now move the mind inside the left arm. Same way. Highway, space. Vehicle, breath. Driver, mind. And now inside the right leg. It is such a beautiful experience. It helps you to know what it means by transcending the body as your conscious experience. Now, inside the left leg, you know the highway, you know the car, you know the driver. And now inside the spine, just casually moving. The mind is so much obsessed with the objective reality. It wants to know everything in the name, in the form, in the label, in the fragrance, but our real self is beyond all of that. That is why educating and empowering the mind. You don't find these principles in science. Science can complement. Variety of experiences takes place: vision, colors, tingling, bodies freezing, total numbness. You are all in safe hands. These changes bound to appear. We just recognize them, accept them, and let it come and go. Now leave this step, moving into the stage 4. Superimpose Om Shanti. Look deep inside the forehead. Any thought, any idea, any feeling, impression, any experience appears in the mind, just drop Om Shanti. I have already explained. You come to me and I ask you who you are, and you say Om Shanti. How you have come, Om Shanti. Why you have come, Om Shanti. Where are you going, Om Shanti. For every question, so for every thought, feeling, images, experiences occurring in the mind, you simply respond with Om Shanti. That too, gently, softly, as if with a smile deep inside. Why? It's a unique principle. We get rid of the mind through the mind. Stage 4. Beautiful. Everyone is doing beautifully. I could feel. Continue the journey. And now leave the step. The stage 5 is for revelation. Looking inside the crown of the head, gently dropping Om and waiting for some time, then down inside the forehead, Om. Then inside the heart, Om. Inside belly button, as if you remember something, you Om again. Let the mind rise above, inside the belly button, inside the heart. Not as some short of practice, casual. So the mind keeps that intent, and what is unmanifest reveals. These different steps are meant that I'm just, if I say that I'm blocking the mind, to follow its habitual routine by these stages and the steps, and ultimately land up in deeper within. nothing, or awareness of the breath going in and out, feeling the sensation, and no change in the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Recall and remind being casual. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes open. The eyes inside, know your experiences and bring the hands down. How are you, Stephen?
I'm good, real good. It's very similar to all my previous experiences, except that I'm noticing some clarity to it. I realized that I keep going deeper and deeper into the different sections and segments of this meditation. But I noticed that when we're focusing on the head, the crown, I'm actually, to put it into, as you refer to it as IQ, I'm in a separate dark room within my mind.
That's
and
good.
Then when we focus in the heart area, it's as if I've moved deeper inside myself, but I'm in my heart. And then as we go down to the tailbone or the belly button area, whatever it is, I'm down in there. So I'm like moving within myself in this darkness. And each time I get deeper into it, I feel that I'm at more peace. I feel more peaceful.
More peaceful. Wonderful. I think you are getting deeper and deeper. Yes, you rightly said it. Something coming up in my mind. I'll talk later. Or should I say, you have 3-story house. What you do? First you move horizontally, you enter into your house. Isn't it? And the staircases are inside, and from those staircases you move to the 2nd floor and the 3rd floor. Isn't it? I'm just using a simile. understand one thing without, first we have to move the mind horizontally deep within, then only it can rise above. So your experiences is reflecting the true journey. How are you, Terry?
I'm pretty good. I'm having obviously severe dyskinesia.
Yeah, I could see that.
What? Yeah.
And I was.
What my experiences was, I started out right away, and I just went in, and there was like a light right up here, but it was in the darkness. And the darkness feels to me like it's in front of me.
That's so really good.
I did keep having a lot of thoughts.
You see that?
I had the thought to bring it inside.
That's wonderful.
And then when I had that thought, I had the next thought that my real self was in the space, which was both inside and outside, and it wasn't this thing that's moving around. And then I thought of this physical self as like a leaf, like a dried up leaf that's just blowing around in space.
Yes.
And normally it makes me very angry when this is happening, but I just was like,
just lay off. That is good. We are not the body. And you see, Terry, I was giving specific instruction basically for you during the journey. Yes. Sometimes I focus on an individual when I see. So her body was moving. Let the time come. Your body moves and you are still into that state. You still can achieve that state. That is why we laid a foundation in the first 12 steps of family, professional, and social life. That is wonderful. How are you, my young friend? I also feel young, Jonathan.
I'm good, thank you. I felt very still, a lot of physical stillness today. And also there was, like, my legs fell asleep, and, there was, like, a lot of physical problems, but I think very similarly it was very easy to just sort of observe and just witness it, and then
leave it.
Experience stillness still.
Wonderful. You are progressing very fast. Don't leave the journey, I tell every young people. How are you, Sergey?
Thank you. Very good. Pretty similar to previous experience. From the very beginning, I feel like I'm going very, very deep, and it's kind of, I lose my conscience. I just hear your voice and that's all. It's nothing before. I just can keep in my mind only maybe one sentence. I even can't remember what it was before. It's kind of, it's very, very short.
Very short, yes.
And somewhere in the middle, I feel like, I'm here. I'm complete stillness of my body, and I hear your voice and just like
beautiful.
Keep going.
Sergey, now you are realizing what a meditation is. That's really good. Yeah, that's really good. How are you, Jerry and David? Lara, keep smiling.
Hi. I'm doing well. The meditation was really calm, and I just appreciate the message of realizing and noticing when we get distracted off that calmness. But for me, the meditation was a really calm experience. And I think similar to what Terry said, in that I feel, especially during the Nyasa, that this space is kind of not limited anymore. I'm not just in the body. There's
Yeah, that's beautiful. It gives you an idea transcending the body, unlimited. We are limited by the body. Who limits the body? My ego, my I thought. So once we experience that unlimitedness, the mind breaks the shell of limitedness, coming by the ego through the body. That's a beautiful experience. How are you, David?
Very good. I was the experience for me was very much an observer the entire time, and I was observing. Our dog was a little anxious because he saw some birds, and he was kind of making noises and squeaking toys and stuff. But I just observed it. I wasn't getting attached to it, which I found and I was very calm and relaxed.
Yes.
And to Terry's and Girish's point about the space, it was just this vast space I was in, observing things going on, but no attachment to any of it, and just let it come and let it go.
Beautiful. That's again a deeper experience. When I say, oh, here is my hand. So I know my hand through the eyes. Eyes are the seer, but the hand cannot see my eyes. Hand cannot see my eyes. So 5 sense organs. The mind is the seer of 5 sense organs, but no sense organ can see the mind. You see, lower to higher. Object, sense organs are the seer. Now, mind is the seer of the sense organs, and the real self is the witness and the observer. That is where we have to reach. How are you, my friend Lara?
I'm good. It was just quiet and dark.
Quiet and dark and calm. Yeah.
This,
Progressing, calmness and darkness. Connected.
Yeah.
And you continue to live into that state of the calmness. There was a continuity, so that too is good. How are you, Samir?
Sir, it was a very quiet experience, and after Bhastrika, I had a cooling sensation in my chest, and it is persisting still now.
Very good.
Means this portion I am feeling very cool.
Very cool.
And now also I am feeling very cold in this portion. I don't know why, what is happening. Just enjoy.
Very coolness, definitely. That is another experience our masters explained. The very deep coolness inside the heart. It means that now the mind knows what it means by love to our real self. Just after the session, now you need to go to the honey. So now, any question? Our real honey is our true nature. That's all. Any question? No question today? Okay, that is all for today. Thank you very much. We'll meet on Thursday. Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste.
Thank you.